as a young man, very young, I had a chance to come over here. I hate to age myself, but I will. It was in 1967, and my dad came here to get another degree. And my mom sent me here for a week because she was kind of tired of me after a few months. So she sent me over here to stay for a week with him in one of the dorms here on campus. And at that time, I remember he got me a sweatshirt, and I think I wore that thing for about 5 years straight. I was just like, yeah, I'm a Cougar. My dad's a Cougar. So at a young age, I was introduced to Washington State, and at the time he took me up to, I don't remember, it must have been in Bowler, and introduced me to Coach Harshman, and I think Coach Heathcote was there at the time also. But that was a special time, looking back over the years, to have that opportunity to be here at that time and to meet Coach Harshman as a young man. And then years later, when I was doing my internship at Seattle Pacific and I was graduating, Coach Harshman was over at University of Washington as the head coach, and I had the chance to go over there and basically do my thesis on him and college coaching. And so, if any of you know Coach Harshman, I've met with him many, many times over the years, and he loves Washington State. He absolutely loves this place, and you can't talk with him for more than 5 or 6 minutes, and he's telling stories about Washington State basketball, and not only the time that he was here, but right down to the last few games of this last season with Coach Bennett. And to have that opportunity to take over a program like this is just absolutely amazing to me, and something that I'm extremely excited about. I've got my family here today, my wife Connie, Kendra, and Janae, and Chelsea, and they're very excited, right? they're very excited to be here, to be a part of this community, and we have heard nothing but great things about Pullman. And it just continues to happen hourly here, especially in the last week. What a great community this is in a lot of ways. And so we are very excited to get out there and find a home and really kind of plant ourselves here. I know this is a place that I would love to be for as long as I can stay. And that's the way I want to do it here at Washington State. It's not the quick fix. I know there's a group of young men here that are very talented, very good, but when I say young, I mean young. Even the old guy here is only 21, right? 20. He'll be a senior. And so it's a young group of guys, but that's a nice way to start out. Work with a group of kids that we can work, like I said, this afternoon, start working here in the spring, and get some individual skill development stuff going on, and introduce some philosophies of how we want to play here at Washington State. And it's a great feeling to know that there's some very good players here that are young, and we can build this thing up from where the Bennetts have been able to get this program here in the last few years. The last thing I would say is to be able to coach in the Pac-10 is the ultimate to me. I know there's a lot of other great conferences around the country, but to me, the Pac-10 is as high as I've ever dreamed of going. And Washington State basketball is very, very good in the Pac-10, and I hope to keep it there. Thank you.
At this point, we'll just take questions for anyone up here. Coach Bone, Jim Sturk, or Nick. Happy to take your question.
Coach Bone, Derek Dice, KHQ. One of your biggest jobs right now, I guess, is re-recruiting these guys in this room, and also kind of trying to convince the incoming recruits as well. Can you just talk about that process and how you hope it goes?
Yes, and that's what I was saying. I cannot wait to get on the court with these guys. I already had a chance to meet with a couple of them earlier today. Well, the whole team after weights this morning, and then a couple of guys individually. And that's my highest of priorities right now, is to get to know these guys and to share with them my philosophy and my vision for Washington State basketball, hoping that they will all be a part of that. And then the same thing is true with the young men that signed early back in the fall. I've had conversations with a couple of those guys already, and I'm in the process of trying to make sure that they end up here at Washington State. After that, it's put the staff together quickly so I don't have to do so much work.
Speaking of that, Ken, what are your plans for your staff? Are you bringing people with you? Are you talking to people here? Where are you going with that?
I have a meeting at 3 o'clock to meet with one of the guys from this last year, and I plan on meeting with some other guys that were on staff this last year. Cannot wait to, again, share with them how I feel about Washington State and where I see things going, and I want to get their feedback on if they are interested in staying, and if so, in what capacity do they see themselves being.
How about your Portland State staff? Have you talked to anybody about them about coming?
Yes, we had lunch yesterday as a staff, and I let them know that obviously I was coming over here for the press conference, and then wanted to meet with some of the Washington State guys, and then also just put the pieces together. It's like building a team of 5 or 6 guys, and I need to start right here with the guys that have been in the program most recently. I've always been very impressed with the coaches that have been here, not just the Bennett's, but they've done a great job of bringing in quality assistant coaches that have done an outstanding job. So I'm anxious to meet with them, and then like I said, I've been fortunate to have the same assistant coaches all 4 years at Portland State. So just right there's a great group of guys to be able to talk with.